universal it is. I restarted the launcher and it still wanted to update. Could try playing Burn.
Oh, hi. I mean, greetings.
Pretty good.
You've
That
learned
is
all
pretty
you
good.
can from me. See Argenta. She's wonderful.
Not enough to stack Burn, right? 6 and 3 seconds exactly cancels out. Takes every second. Triggers every 3. Or takes every half second, triggers every 3. Just exactly doesn't stack. Why do they have to...
Waste of gunpowder.
The banana's so adorable. Okay, I guess that makes the burn stack. Am I... What medium items do you want? You can't get weather glass before silver. Are there any medium burn Vanessa items that you can get at bronze? Check the wiki. Items, Vanessa, burn, medium. Blunderbuss, cannon. Musket's pretty good. Oh, wait, but it starts at silver. Wait, I need bronzes. It is just cannon. Did cannon get nerfed too? Oh god. I think the bronze version is still what it was before, but I'm pretty sure it was 75 damage at silver, no? Now it's 50. Guess I need some damage anyway.
Huge. All about moderation. I used to offer a free ride home, but people
75 and 6. Yeah, now it's 50 and 6. So on one hand, I don't want to waste this. On the other hand, stacking burn is really good.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Hey, Biohazard.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
It's the fire character portrait. This is the... You get a new border at each rank up. This is just the legend border. I guess it still doesn't quite stack, huh? Needs to be 2.5 to stack. I thought anything faster than 3 would stack a little bit, but... Nope. Is it still enough? I wasn't paying attention to the fight because I just assumed we were losing to Shark Claws, but...
Like my crew says
Huh.
at the bar, another round.
Correct, yeah, it's
Landlords
async.
make you predictable.
And they
You
added
move in
backgrounds for
straight
portraits?
lines.
Wait, what do you mean? You're talking about this border, right? This border has been there. I think it wasn't there week 1, but it was there week 2. Get the golden
Another empty
XP.
chest waiting to be filled.
No, the ship in the background. The ship in the background. Okay, 1 second. I might be losing it. Now we stack burn. Isn't it taking the XP? I assume we're strong enough to beat Tent City. If we're not strong enough to beat Tent City, then this run was doomed anyway. But it's just such an important thing to be open to getting augmented weaponry. The skill is absurd. Yeah, we're fine. Isn't that a sail in the background? The red thingy. Wait, are you just talking about the hero skin?
It's over already. We barely got off lives up.
Didn't get it. Oh, that's... Hasn't that always been there? It depends on the skin that you're using, but... Weapons, 2 gold... Let's try to get the trebuchet.
With you, but this leg.
Thing behind Vanessa. Yeah, I think that's just the skin.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Trebuchet? Nope.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
It's only 40 life, and this is a lot of tempo. These are still bronze cinders, so it's just +2 burn on the lighter. 2 income this early isn't bad. It's pretty bad. I'm not picking it over tempo. I don't think I would pick income over even the cinders.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, you should know I'm a bit of a...
Income is so much worse than it actually plays. Oftentimes by the time like day 8 or 9 rolls around, you have infinite gold anyway. Or like gold just isn't that much of a bottleneck. Gold now tends to be worth a lot more than gold later. Appreciate the green screen, yeah.
I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Trebuchet! Nope. This is not a pufferfish run. You're probably supposed to buy the pufferfish on spec, but... I don't want to. I just don't want to. Can't afford... I get a cove at pole, I guess. I can't roll the shop, though. It's so much worse when you can't roll it. Do I have the defense for this? I have negative life from where I'm supposed to be. It might be winnable, but I don't trust it. Oh, this fight's also a lot harder than it used to be. And these have multi-strike. Not a problem, but I do need to remember that this fight can maybe beat some boards now.
Pathetic, as spineless as a jellyfish.
Langshan's pretty awful. It's cool. I think Langshan is one of those items that stands out at first to every new player, and that it just gets really big. The 10-second cooldown is just a lot to overcome, and by the time the Langshan's big enough, there's other items you can play that kind of just do its job better. so it's not really worth scaling.
Some
take a peek
folks
at this
lot
again.
older than me have lived a lot less.
3-second burn on our freeze. Or 3-second freeze on our burn. It's probably this instead of this.
I spent half my life mastering that technique. So like
I really want that
9
trebuchet,
years.
but we might not be getting it. Crit chance is good. I think these are still bronze, though. What do I have in here as far as playables go? Yeah, if these are still bronze. This Eagle Talisman's not terrible. Could try to crit either the katana or the lighter. Yeah, they are still bronze. I'm gonna get 10% crit on the lighter, I think. Could be Walter. Could be Walter. This is true.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Yeah, I think this is like the other side of people forcing pufferfish, is there are going to be a lot of Vanessas that don't have anything that resembles a real board
You've got talent. You should put it toward
when they just
noble
don't find a
ends.
pufferfish.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Ability begins with belief. You can think yourself faster.
First 5 times you use a weapon each fight, charge an item 1 second. God damn, that is terrible. What have they done to one of the best skills in the game? I mean, even late game, there's a lot of non-puffer going around. But a lot of people are trying really hard to get it, and while trying really hard to get it, they're not playing real boards. I don't have any haste yet. Just so bad. If I take this, what aquatics am I playing? There's no aquatic burn items, right? This works with the trebuchet if I find the trebuchet. Going sextant puffer? I think that's the puffer setup that's crazy. I thought water wheel puffer was the best by a lot. It's like pretty trivial to get puffer triggering at 0 seconds. If puffer's triggering at 0 seconds, your water wheel is hasting pretty quick too.
Don't travel from point A to B. Just be there.
This fight's whatever now. I'm a little scared of Hydro Dude, just because he has so much health. Ugh.
The coral speaks. Tells me
Yeah.
to hurt you.
You can also play, like, clam double jellyfish, right? And that works. There's a bunch of setups that are really strong with it. Oh wait, do we not win because of this shield potion? Oh no. I never take this fight. Jellyfish is worse now? I thought jellyfish still got haste. Yeah, jellyfish still gains haste.
The coral's laughing at me.
It's only on adjacent items.
See that plank?
Oh, it is.
Walk it.
This doesn't quite work. You have to put clam in the middle, the 2 jellyfish on the side. The clam gives you 2 hastes to trigger the puffer, then the puffer can activate charging one of them. I guess you could also clam one of them, and you're going off at 3 seconds if you put puffer between both jellyfish. So if you have 1 additional starting haste, if you got like an oceanic rush, it works.
Witness my
I think
strength.
jellyfish alone is as strong. It's just another easy way to go infinite. I think it's a lot easier to accidentally go infinite with pufferfish than it is to accidentally go infinite on dually. I think you have to work a little bit harder.
Lads will never let me forget this.
Like, the tricky part about the pufferfish comp isn't getting it to go infinite, it's getting it to go infinite as quick as possible.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
Okay, what do we got here? We do have no pain, no gain. I really don't want to take that, though. Can I? I don't want to play any of these items on my board. I can give some damage to the double barrel. That doesn't really matter. I guess just take the loot items. Oh, wait, it's day 4? These are silver, right? Yeah, if this is giving me a silver tier, I'm sure these are silver. Huh. Well, that was pretty good. Makes normal core way better. Yeah, yeah. Normal core into permafreeze stuff is pretty easy too now. Just like the 1 second cooldown reduction on normal core was pretty big.
Oh, sure, I can help you, but you have to trust me.
This is cool. I don't really plan on buying that many weapons though.
When you're ready, I'll send you to Orlin, but I'll keep you as long as I can.
It's like 0.1.
I may
So
be
the
young,
feathers,
Core
heroic
Captain,
most
but
passive
I've
items.
seen my share
Yeah,
of
sure.
storms. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Drago.
Oh, excuse me. Another one. Is this the same player as before? Surely not. The board is really similar.
Defeat does not defeat me.
We had this happen yesterday where we queued into the same person in the same run.
You fall like a boulder. I flow like the waves.
You have quality rarity somehow? Yeah, there's 4 more bronze small items. Because they added all the rays to the pool. And I think a couple other things.
Few warriors live to
I
retire.
went on a tear with Pig.
Buy my weapons, and you not.
I had 2 10-win Pig games. One of them perfect. I've been cycling through the heroes. I haven't played a lot of Pig games. Jite. only slowing with duct tape. I could take it on spec, but it's not even a good thing to spec on.
You'll be back with bruises.
I didn't consider flagship. I guess I have captain's charge for it. I don't have any of the skills to give it haste, and we skipped a crow's nest already, and it's a lot harder to find crow's nest this week than it was last week. If I had taken Oceanic Rush instead of captain's charge, was it? I probably would have grabbed the flagship. Like, it's so bad. Give me something better. If a bronze item still at day 6, you're supposed to sell it at that point or pray for bronze in shop for upgrade. It depends how necessary it is on your board. If you still want to be playing it, then you probably don't want to be selling it. You can still level it up through your level up rewards. I think it's a lot less of a problem than it was before, now that you can level it up through level up rewards. But like, if I've got a beta ray on Dually, I'm not going to be taking the beta ray off my board just because it's bronze, in hopes that I find another one. The rewards only level items to gold. I'm not sure. I haven't had a run go late enough. Why is this an 8-second cooldown? I guess it's like twice as good as Outer Flask. It just doesn't... I guess it still syncs up with the double barrel. No, that is where I want it. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's pretty bad. The haste is nice. It's just, it is really late haste. It makes pop snappers work. It's not like the items that were previously on the board were any good.
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Hello? What is this level up reward? So we could click this in hopes that it's a high roll, or we just take 4 gold. I probably need a high roll. That's not the worst. We haste with the ramrod.
My food is gonna make you unstoppable.
How much gold do I have? Not a ton. I would expect to lose this fight. Should I even play double barrel over katana? there's a configuration for this. We got to do some back battling. I think it's this. It's a little slower, but it has some crit chance.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Incendiary rounds is broken with dually. You're doing 500 burn, or 5,000 burn. Wait, what? Incendiary rounds is when you use a ammo item, apply a little bit of burn. That's not beatable.
Next time, boys.
Oh, the
less
diamond item.
plunder,
Sure.
More plunder.
You have great potential. Let me train. My skills are not weapons. A blade can prune a garden.
Right, Trebuchet doesn't even care about burn items.
I prefer action.
Huh. I may have slightly misevaluated my setup to try to make Trebuchet work. When you use a weapon or haste, charge this 1 second. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't fully process that it didn't work with the other burn items at all. So 4 seconds this activates? 1, 2, 3. Not even. This will haste this.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the
This doesn't
fight.
charge more at diamond, right? They removed all of that stuff. Yeah, it's just always 1 second.
See that plank? Walk it.
It's a weapon for this. Can't really make use of that. Trebuchet will be really good if they hotfix the other builds. I don't know. Trebuchet was one of the things that stood out in the patch notes as potentially pretty good. Seems like the best extension for early double barrel. I think it's probably a lot worse than Figurehead. But probably easier to find than Figurehead. It's so much harder to find flat damage on these Vanessa builds now. There's not as many level up rewards that give good flat damage. They got rid of the one that's like buff your leftmost by the number of weapons you have, or buff all weapons you have by an amount. Most of the weapons scale worse with levels than they used to.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Yeah, you gotta use your level up upgrades on it. I feel like it's pretty easy to find the silver to gold upgrade at some point. And then if you find the silver to gold upgrade, you just use your level 11 upgrade on the Figurehead. I'd be pretty sad if they just rolled back the patch. I'm having a good time experimenting with things, trying to figure stuff out.
All cannon, no ball.
Players in general, I feel, jump to conclusions way too fast.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
Not really sure what I'm looking for here. Don't have good ammo recharge for this, or good anything for this. Don't have crit chance for it. Like, I could grenade over duct tape. I hate it. I hate it.
Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
Ability begins with belief.
More haste plays well with this. Almost. This lets me play aquatics. Makes, like, submarine better. Makes flagship better. Though I don't know how we'd play a flagship on this board.
A mile is just a measurement, and all measurements are imaginary.
Good chance for the Treb. Rather than make bold reworks to mechanics that they think will make the game better than worry about making any mistake when it comes to balance. Yeah, same. Bonk, please.
It's over already. We barely got
It's like the
off
second
last
best thing. I'm happy with Monster Ranch. I won't roll that one. I will roll this one, I think. Ew. Nope. Pretty sure I'm still gonna be here. I just played PoE this past league. I'm not really in the mood to play more PoE anytime soon. I usually play like one PoE league every year and a half. Let it ruin my life for a month or two, and then move on for a bit.
Or witnesses.
moment it feels like week-specific rules in some other games. Some builds go down the absolute drain, some have instant winners like Port versus New Puffer, Raise, etc. Yeah, I mean, there's some obvious winners. There's usually some not-so-obvious winners, too, that take a little while to figure out.
Thought about joining the guild.
Waste of gunpowder.
Like, I think every patch so far has had some metagame development over the course of the week. Like, the first week, everyone immediately found the pig skyscraper stuff, and then with, like, 2 or 3 days left in the week, people started finding the weapon Vanessa stuff, which was better. I forget what happened week 2. Week 2 was weird. Week 3 was... Week 3 was kind of crook the whole way through. Last week was all Vanessa until people realized Dooley could compete too, and then it was kind of a mix of Vanessa and Dooley. And the Vanessa builds that people went for throughout the week changed too. Like, the week started with a ton of Puffer, and then went on to a ton of Weapon Burst. Then people started getting life, so the Weapon Burst comps couldn't kill anymore, and people went back to Puffer or played, like, Port or Flagship. There's a lot of development last week, despite one hero taking up most of the development. I feel like meta development happens when the player base declines after the initial patch, because the people who come back don't really try to develop a counter meta. Well, the counter meta is the development. And then eventually the counter becomes the prevalent thing. And then people try to beat that thing.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Haha! Now this will inspire the crew.
It's too late to buy this. You only get 1 XP from Docs now anyway. You can just farm streaks on the obviously good stuff. Yeah, of course. It's not even just because there's a lot more casual people playing, but when there's not matchmaking, just forcing the best stuff is going to be good. At the same time, though, you don't need to be forcing the good stuff in order to have good win streaks. Like, yes, you can just force the same comp sometimes if you want to, if the comp is consistent enough, but I don't think there's been a patch so far where I felt forced to force the good stuff. Maybe week 1. Yeah, I guess week 1 the good stuff was a little too oppressive. If you weren't playing the good stuff, you died in 3 seconds, but outside of week 1. Yeah, sorta. I mean, you're also gonna have the people that are forcing not always hit their build and be weaker than they otherwise would be. It's not like because you're forcing a build, you're guaranteed to find the build. There is benefit to playing flex, too.
My fight isn't with
It's not
you,
like you're punting by
but
playing
if you
flex.
insist, you should know I'm
having a good
bit of
time.
legend
Having a good
of
time.
Mago.
Flurry of blows.
Like my crew
I mean,
says
I think
at the
week
bar,
1 there's quite a bit of counterplay with initially
round.
triggering freeze. Some people didn't value starter battle skill and free skills as highly as they do now.
Predictable.
Uh,
You move in straight
it worked
lines.
against Pig, it didn't work against Vanessa. There were too many items on the board to reliably shut down the Vanessa Infinite with starter battle skills. Dooley could definitely hang with the pigs. But unless you sniped the dagger with your freeze, you were still just getting deleted. Slow did nothing. Surprising with charge is the mechanic to put more of in the game. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense to replace auto triggers with charge, but Yeah, there's maybe some oversights that need to be resolved. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Pig was way overrated week 1. He was like the baseline clock that you had to compete with. Like, if you couldn't interact with your opponent by 3 seconds, you were dead. But there were a lot of ways to interact with them before 3 seconds. Everyone's read with people saying like the state of the meta broadly, I thought it was correct. I think the only time that it might have been correct, and I'm not even very confident on this, was Crook. I think there's a chance that Dooley was the best character during Crook meta, but I don't say that with as much confidence as I say last week Dooley was the best. So I need to play this. What an ugly situation. I think the way that matchmaking in this game works is that it makes it hard to reverse engineer what's good by just looking at the builds you face. Yeah, sorta. Without there being real matchmaking, you don't even know what builds are gravitating towards the top, you just know what's popular. You can sort of assume that people are playing the popular stuff because they're doing well with it consistently, but not always a fair assumption. Like, I don't think those Docs builds that were playing last week were consistent as much as just people enjoyed rolling for Doc stuff. Because I saw so many non-functional Docs boards. I don't apply any slow. Yeah, you need a reason to play Clock. I don't think you play Clock just as an interaction piece. Oh, hey, my build's kind of good now.
See that plank? Walk it.
But, like, if you're using Clock as a 1-second trigger for something, then it starts to get interesting. The problem Clock has is it doesn't do anything first cycle. It's only really good when fights go long. Treb popped off. Yeah, so every time Captain's Wheel activates, I get 3 instances of haste, which charges this 3 seconds, and it's getting haste from the Captain's Wheel. Pretty sure it's this. Yeah, Treb's a completely different item than it used to be. This might be the saving grace for Weapon Vanessa, this patch. What do you got for me, JJ?
Let's chat.
I hate that this is good.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
So, the Captain's Wheel activates. I get 3 hastes. This activates 1.5 times. because I'm using an aquatic, weapons are getting haste. This activates... This gets its other charge because of the crashing waves. This is so close to infinite puffer already. There is no work to make this thing go infinite. All roads lead to puffer.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I guess my start is really bad. I need an Oceanic Rush.
I paint my ship
We
red,
found our board.
but I don't use paint.
My damage is pretty high.
My lessons are
My problem right now is just starting speed, I think. When you poison, charge a burn item for 1 second. Sure.
skills are not weapons.
That doesn't solve the starting speed problem, but that's okay.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation.
Third time this run. Yeah, like, it is cool that Puffer goes in this board. It just sucks that it's Puffer that goes in this board, right? If that makes sense.
But people thought it was weird.
Like, the fact that this is an unrelated piece that makes the build work is cool. It just sucks that it's the same thing that makes every other Vesta build tick, right?
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Not bad. Upgrade your leftmost item. Captain's Wheel doesn't get faster, right? Yeah, it's always just 2 seconds. Damage.
I love that you are weak. It is my joy to make you strong.
Damage.
I have not died, but it must be.
I have no idea where I'm getting haste from.
Yes.
I can't afford anything here. Ugh. Gross. I don't think I rolled this, right? Is there anything I can get here that matters?
Go on, back into your swamp of mediocrity.
Yeah, I need a Oceanic Rush. 2 Oceanic Rushes.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
And
My
like some
fight
more
isn't
aquatics.
with you, but if you insist.
You might just be me, but better. I have double his damage on the Treb. And I froze his Treb? Oh, get fucked.
Defeat does not defeat me. Bravery
Easy.
without strength is a sword without a blade.
Jellyfish or clam would be better. Clam triggers crashing waves. Yeah, clam and jellyfish in place of katana.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Not that one. Just runs out of ammo.
Maybe I'm not cut out for business.
Void Golem. So you might just crit me and kill me, so let's just go here. Is there a build that does Void Golem? There are not many builds that can afford to get one of their items blown up at the start of fight. Almost every build has a risk to Void Golem. Like, technically Void Golem could blow up our duct tape and then blow up our katana and then we kill him, but he also might just blow up our pufferfish and then we don't have a board. Or blow up my trebuchet and then I don't have a board. Like, I'm going scrap. Take tons of damage from call traps. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, this board's even worse to it than before. This pufferfish activates. Slower than the katana. It gives haste though, which activates puffer faster. Have I ever taken the Void Golem skill? No, I don't think I've ever had it offered. I've only won that fight a couple times. It's not aquatic. No, but it's faster than the aquatics. It's worse than Clam, but it's better than a random aquatic that doesn't have text. Just because it's a 3-second cooldown. And most aquatics don't have text.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains. Your aura.
I think that works. There's also the dock lines here if I, like, drop duct tape. I don't want to drop duct tape. You could sell me on wanting the dock lines, but especially for a fight like this. Okay, so 0 seconds, holsters activates, haste these 2 items, pufferfish activates. This will have some charge. It's still not the fastest, but maybe it'll do.
You should know.
It's faster than it was.
On Pelago.
You do see these tusks, right? I can see you're going places, but I'll be chasing you.
Like a 10-second kill
You
on a
fall
pig.
like a boulder. I flow like a wave.
Need skills.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
Okay, so now instead of First Aiden, I could play Jellyfish. Start of battle. These gain haste. Puffer activates. Give something haste. This gains haste. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, current puffer's a buff. I don't think that's even in question at this point. I can take this and see what it looks like.
Feel free to go ham on me.
Oh, wait, this can't gain haste. So this is worse. Or at least it's similar. It still goes infinite.
Oops. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Any way I can blame the crew for this?
Red poster might be worth fishing for now. Oh, it's kind of hard to find.
Stop.
It's probably worth buying if you see it, but it's not always the easiest thing to have 8 gold lying around to be able to take. And unless you're winning player fights, it's not helping you.
Back up. Now.
Like, Wanted Poster has always been good.
Over already? We barely
Like, there
got
hasn't been a
our
patch where
legs.
level ups were bad. It's just, can you afford to take the 8 gold cost while still winning? Yeah, I mean, for pretty much every character, finding silver medium items is hard. Yeah, true. True. Can crit chance my pufferfish. I guess I would just extract, right? If I'm gonna do that. This is a 60% increase instead of a 30% increase.
Well, howdy.
Yeah, I think the poll change was really big towards making the forcible comps not forcible anymore. Like, the thing about large items being forcible is not only are large items, like, important things that you're building around, but they also just take up a lot of space, so you have less space for other items. It's like, when your large item is forcible, you're only playing around with... What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots?
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Like, the reason the flagship Crow's Nest games always feel so samey is you're playing 2 large items on that board every time.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Non-forcibility of large items are abandoned so hard in the opposite direction. You say it feels a bit like Whiplash? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
I'm not dirtling with this. You can't make me. Okay, let me look at ammo skills. I don't know if any of these do anything. Skills... Ammo... You have exactly 1 weapon, give it ammo, but it needs to be aquatic for the damage. Yes, none of these matter. Feels bad. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I definitely want the jellyfish against Dooley, because I'm expecting Beta Ray, and I would rather my freezable small items not actually be freezable.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
That doesn't look like a board. We did it!
Bravery without strength. Read the tides and listen to the wind.
Does this count as a pufferfish board?
Your strikes.
This isn't really a pufferfish board, right? It just is a board that happens to have a pufferfish on it. Yeah, like, all our damage is coming from Treb. The pufferfish is just... it's just our best trigger item. For our item that triggers off of weapons and haste, the best thing that we can use to trigger it is another item that is not a weapon and does not give haste. Yeah, yeah. Skills are good. Skills are good. Vanessa is dually now. Yeah, kinda. Vanessa boards feel... The Vanessa boards definitely feel more like dually boards. But I think that is just pufferfish, right? I guess Treb feels like that a little bit too. Yeah,